Good morning, respected ma'am and students. Myself Supriya going to give my presentation on the drug cardiac glycoside. First, we should know that cardiac glycoside are also known as digitalis, or we can say digitalis glycosides. They have a very low therapeutic index with a small difference in the dose, in the therapeutic dose and the doses that are toxic. It is a group of chemically similar compounds that have the same function of muscle contractility and also helpful in the treatment of heart failure. There are various types of cardiac glycosides used, for example digitoxin, digoxin, digitonic, etc. The most commonly used cardiac glycoside is known as digoxin. So we'll study in digoxin in detail, but before that let's have a look at the definition of cardiac glycosides.
Glycoside that exert a prominent effect on heart muscles and heart rhythm, obtained chiefly from plants such as foxglove, used medicinally to increase the force of myocardial contraction of heart muscles and to regulate heartbeat, are known as cardiac glycosides.
Friends, I hope you have pinned down the definition of cardiac glycosides. Now, before understanding the contraindication and indication of any kind of drug, it is necessary to know that from where this drug has been originated. So, for that, we'll move to the sources of cardiac glycoside. We'll see from where does this drug originate.
So digitalis basically obtained from Digitalis purpura leaves and Digitalis lanata leaves. In Africa it is produced from Strophanthus vine seeds, and in Europe and India it is produced from Eurygenia bulbs. It also produced from lily of valley, etc.
Done with the sources now, let's move to the uses. Actually, cardiac glycosides are used in the treatment of congestive heart failure or systolic or diastolic dysfunction, and it's also used in cardiac arrhythmias, atrial fibrillation, atrial flutter, and also in paroxysmal supraventricular tachycardia. Now let's move to the adverse effect of cardiac glycosides. Overdose of any kind of drug leads to adverse effects. So the same thing happens with cardiac glycosides also. When we take extreme doses of cardiac glycosides, it causes the high rate of cardiac mortality. And there are various types of adverse effects of cardiac glycoside. Basically, they have classified into two types, that is cardiac and extracardiac. In cardiac adverse effect, the overdose of cardiac glycoside leads to tachyarrhythmia, supraventricular arrhythmia, ventricular arrhythmia, and it also causes AV blocks and bradycardia. And in extracardiac adverse effect of glycosides include malaise, fatigue, pain, gastric irritation, fever, chills, etc. So as I've told you in starting only that we'll study digoxin in detail because it's a most widely used cardiac glycoside. So we'll start with the introduction of digoxin. Digoxin is commonly a purified form of cardiac glycoside. It originates from a foxglove plant known as Digitalis lantana. It is used in various heart conditions like atrial fibrillation, atrial flutter, and sometimes it's also used in heart failure which cannot be controlled by any kind of other medicine. So we'll see now the actions of digoxin. Actually, digoxin shows a pharmacological effect mainly on heart. It increases the tissue perfusion. How it increases, we'll see. Like when we intake the drug, when we intake the drug, our heartbeat increases. Due to that, blood pressure increases, and when blood pressure increases, stroke volume increases, and in that continuation, tissue perfusion also increased. Next is it increases the muscle contractility as we have studied earlier. Next, it in kidney how it affects. Actually, when we intake the drug, it increases the renal blood flow and also increases the glomerular filtration rate. Right now we have seen the introduction of digoxin and its action, but as we know, overdosing of any kind of drug and wrong route of any kind of drug leads to misinterpretation of the drug with the body function. So now it's very necessary to know about the right dose and right route of the drug. So we'll study about the route of digoxin. In oral solution it is used as 0.05 mg per ml, and in injectable solution it is used as 0.1 milligram per ml, and in tablet it is used as 0.25 milligram per ml.
Now let's see how can we administer digoxin. It can be administered intravenously 8 to 12 mcg per kg, and it can also be given orally 10 to 15 mcg per kg.
Now we'll look for the indication of digoxin. It is used in congestive heart failure. It is used in atrial fibrillation, also used in atrial flutter, and it is also used in paroxysmal atrial tachycardia. Now we'll look for the contraindications of digoxin. So there are few conditions where we cannot use these drugs, and these conditions are: we cannot use in case of hypersensitivity, we cannot use in case of AV block, that is atrioventricular block, we cannot use in the case of idiopathic hypertrophy, we cannot use in case of subaortic stenosis, and we cannot use in uncontrolled tachyarrhythmias. Right now we have seen the indications and contraindications, but we know that overdose of any kind of drug leads to its adverse effect. So the same thing happened with digoxin also. When we take the overdose of digoxin, it leads to misinterpretation with the function of body, and then it causes dizziness, it causes mental disturbance, it also causes diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, means all the problems related to gastric irritation, and then it also causes the maculopapular rash. What's happened in this? A rash forming the macules and papules. So here we end up with our topic. We have seen all the things. Now we have seen everything. Let's conclude the topic now. First, we have studied the meaning of cardiac glycoside, that it is a drug which is used in the treatment of heart failure, extracted from a medical plant that is known as foxglove plant. Then we studied its source, we studied the uses of cardiac glycosides, then we studied the example of cardiac glycosides, and the most commonly cardiac glycoside uses as digoxin. Then we studied about the introduction of digoxin, and then we studied the source, that it is extracted from a foxglove plant, also known as Digitalis lantana. And then we studied the action and contraindications of that drug. We studied the route and dose of that drug. We studied the adverse effects. Now here I have ended my topic. I hope you have learned it thoroughly, and please make the notes, and if you have any doubt then contact me. Thank you.